Nestled in the rugged desert canyons of southern Jordan, the ancient city of Petra stands as one of the most breathtaking and enigmatic archaeological sites in the world. Known as the Rose-Red City for the vibrant hues of its sandstone cliffs, Petra is a testament to the ingenuity, artistry, and resilience of the Nabateans, an ancient Arab people who carved their capital into the very rock of the desert. For centuries, Petra was a thriving hub of trade, culture, and religion. But after its decline, it was lost to the Western world for over a millennium, only to be rediscovered in the early 19th century. Today, Petra is a UNESCO World Heritage Site and one of the new 7 wonders of the world, captivating visitors with its stunning architecture, dramatic landscapes, and air of mystery. The story of Petra begins over 2,000 years ago, in the heart of the Arabian desert. The Nabateans, a nomadic tribe of traders and merchants, settled in the region around the 6th century BCE. They chose Petra as their capital because of its strategic location at the crossroads of major trade routes, linking the Arabian Peninsula, Egypt, Syria, and the Mediterranean. The city's natural defenses, surrounded by towering cliffs and accessible only through a narrow winding gorge called the Sikh, made it an ideal stronghold. The Nabateans were master engineers and architects, and they transformed Petra into a city of unparalleled beauty and sophistication. They carved temples, tombs, and dwellings directly into the rose-red sandstone cliffs, creating a city that seemed to grow organically from the rock itself. The most famous of these structures is the treasury, Al-Khazna, a magnificent facade adorned with intricate carvings and towering columns, which served as a tomb for a Nabatean king. Petra's wealth and prosperity were built on trade. The Nabateans controlled the lucrative incense trade, transporting frankincense and myrrh from southern Arabia to markets in the Mediterranean and beyond. They also developed an ingenious system of water management, carving channels and cisterns into the rock to capture and store rainwater, allowing the city to thrive in the arid desert environment. At its height, Petra was a cosmopolitan city, home to a diverse population of Nabateans, Greeks, Romans, and other peoples. The city's architecture reflects this cultural fusion, blending Nabatean, Hellenistic, and Roman styles. The Great Temple, the royal tombs, and the Roman theater are just a few of the many structures that attest to Petra's grandeur and sophistication. Despite its prosperity, Petra's fortunes began to decline in the 1st century CE as trade routes shifted and the Roman Empire expanded into the region. In 106 CE, Petra was annexed by the Romans and became part of the province of Arabia Petraea. While the city remained an important center under Roman rule, it gradually lost its prominence as trade routes bypassed it in favor of other cities. The decline of Petra was hastened by natural disasters, including a series of earthquakes in the 4th century CE, which damaged many of the city's structures and disrupted its water supply. By the 7th century CE, Petra had been largely abandoned, and it was forgotten by the Western world for over a millennium. Petra's rediscovery in 1812 by Swiss explorer Johann Ludwig Burckhardt captured the imagination of the world. Burckhardt, disguised as an Arab scholar, was the first Westerner to lay eyes on the city in centuries. His accounts of Petra's stunning architecture and dramatic landscapes sparked a wave of interest in the ancient city, and it soon became a symbol of the romance and mystery of the Orient. Today, Petra is one of the most visited archaeological sites in the world, attracting millions of tourists each year. The journey to Petra begins with a walk through the Sikh, a narrow winding gorge that stretches for over a kilometer. As visitors emerge from the Sikh, they are greeted by the breathtaking sight of the treasury, its rose-red facade glowing in the sunlight. Beyond the treasury, Petra reveals its many wonders. The street of facades, lined with tombs and dwellings, the royal tombs with their towering facades and intricate carvings, the Great Temple, a sprawling complex that served as the city's religious and administrative center, and the monastery, Adair, a massive structure perched high on a cliff, offering stunning views of the surrounding landscape. Petra is more than just a collection of ancient ruins. It is a living testament to the ingenuity and resilience of the Nabateans. The city's architecture, art, and engineering reflect a deep understanding of the natural environment and a mastery of stone carving and construction. The Nabateans' ability to create a thriving city in the harsh desert environment is a testament to their resourcefulness and adaptability. The story of Petra is also a reminder of the fragility of human achievement. The city's decline and eventual abandonment serve as a cautionary tale about the impact of environmental change, economic shifts, and political upheaval. Yet despite its decline, Petra endures as a symbol of the enduring power of human creativity and the timeless allure of the past. As we explore Petra, we are reminded of the importance of preserving our cultural heritage. The city's fragile sandstone structures are vulnerable to erosion, weathering, and the impact of tourism. Efforts to protect and conserve Petra are ongoing, with organizations such as UNESCO and the Petra National Trust working to ensure that this incredible site is preserved for future generations. Petra is also a source of inspiration and wonder. The city's dramatic landscapes, stunning architecture, and rich history continue to captivate the imagination of visitors from around the world. It is a place where the past comes alive, where the stories of the Nabateans, Romans, and other peoples who once called Petra home can be felt in every stone and carving. The story of Petra is a reminder that the past is not just a collection of facts and figures, but a living, breathing entity filled with stories and secrets waiting to be discovered. It is a call to wonder, to explore, and to imagine, and a testament to the enduring power of human creativity and resilience. As we stand before the treasury, bathed in the golden light of the setting sun, we are reminded of the timeless beauty and mystery of Petra. The city's rose-red cliffs, its intricate carvings, and its dramatic landscapes speak to us across the centuries, telling the story of a people who carved their legacy into the very rock of the desert. Petra is more than just an ancient city. It is a symbol of the enduring power of human ingenuity and the timeless allure of the past. It is a reminder that the pursuit of beauty, knowledge, and wonder is a journey that transcends time and culture, and that the stories of the past continue to shape our present and future. In the annals of ancient history, few artifacts are as enigmatic or as groundbreaking as the Antikythera Mechanism. Discovered in 1901 among the wreckage of a Roman-era shipwreck off the coast of the Greek island of Antikythera, this intricate device has baffled scientists, historians, and archaeologists for over a century. Often referred to as the world's first analog computer, the Antikythera Mechanism is a testament to the ingenuity and sophistication of ancient Greek engineering. The story of the Antikythera Mechanism begins in the early 20th century when a group of sponge divers stumbled upon the wreck of an ancient ship. The ship, believed to have sunk around 60 BCE, was carrying a treasure trove of artifacts, including statues, pottery, and jewelry. Among these finds was a corroded, lumpy object that initially seemed unremarkable. However, upon closer inspection, it became clear that this object was something extraordinary. The Antikythera Mechanism is a bronze device composed of at least 30 interlocking gears, housed in a wooden case roughly the size of a shoebox. Its complexity is staggering, especially when one considers that it was created over 2,000 years ago. The mechanism's gears were meticulously crafted, with teeth cut at precise angles to allow for accurate calculations. For decades, the purpose of the Antikythera Mechanism remained a mystery. Early researchers speculated that it might have been an astrolabe, a device used for measuring the positions of stars and planets. However, as technology advanced and researchers were able to peer inside the mechanism using X-rays and 3D imaging, a far more astonishing truth emerged. The Antikythera Mechanism was, in fact, a mechanical computer designed to predict astronomical events. It could calculate the positions of the sun, moon, and planets, predict lunar and solar eclipses, and even track the cycles of the Olympic Games. This level of sophistication was unparalleled in the ancient world and would not be seen again until the development of mechanical clocks in medieval Europe. Over a millennium later, the mechanism's front face featured a circular dial with pointers indicating the positions of celestial bodies. Surrounding this dial were inscriptions that served as a user manual explaining how to operate the device. The back of the mechanism contained two spiral dials, one for tracking the Metonic cycle, a 19-year period used to synchronize lunar and solar calendars, and another for predicting eclipses. The precision of the Antikythera Mechanism is a testament to the advanced knowledge of ancient Greek astronomy and mathematics. The device incorporates principles that were later formalized by figures such as Hipparchus and Ptolemy, suggesting that its creators were at the forefront of scientific thought in their time. But who were these creators? The identity of the individuals or team behind the Antikythera Mechanism remains a mystery. Some scholars believe it may have been the work of Posidonius, a Greek philosopher and polymath who lived on the island of Rhodes. Others suggest it could have been created by Archimedes, the legendary inventor and mathematician, though this theory is less widely accepted due to the timeline of his life. The discovery of the Antikythera Mechanism has forced historians to reconsider their understanding of ancient technology. For centuries, it was assumed that the ancient world lacked the technical knowledge to create such complex devices. The mechanism, however, proves that the Greeks were capable of precision engineering on a level that rivals modern machinery. The mechanism's gears were not only precise, but also miniature, with some as small as a few millimeters in diameter. This level of craftsmanship suggests that the Greeks had access to tools and techniques that were far more advanced than previously believed. It also raises the question of whether other similar devices existed but have since been lost to time. The Antikythera Mechanism was likely used by scholars, astronomers, and perhaps even sailors for navigation. Its ability to predict celestial events would have been invaluable for planning agricultural activities, religious festivals, and maritime voyages. The device may also have had a philosophical or educational purpose, serving as a teaching tool to demonstrate the workings of the cosmos. Despite its sophistication, the Antikythera Mechanism was not without limitations. Its predictions were based on the geocentric model of the universe, which placed the Earth at the center and assumed that the sun, moon, and planets orbited around it. This model, while incorrect, was widely accepted in the ancient world and formed the basis of Greek astronomy. The mechanism's discovery has sparked a renewed interest in ancient technology and has inspired modern researchers to recreate its intricate workings. In recent years, teams of scientists and engineers have built functional replicas of the Antikythera Mechanism, using both traditional and modern techniques. These replicas have helped to shed light on how the device operated and have confirmed the accuracy of its predictions. The Antikythera Mechanism also serves as a reminder of the fragility of human knowledge. For centuries, the device lay hidden beneath the waves, its secrets lost to history. It was only through a combination of chance, curiosity, and technological innovation that its true significance was revealed. Today, the Antikythera Mechanism is housed in the National Archaeological Museum in Athens, where it continues to captivate visitors from around the world. Its story is a testament to the ingenuity of the ancient Greeks and a reminder that even the most advanced civilizations can be forgotten, only to be rediscovered by future generations. The mechanism's legacy extends beyond its historical significance. It has inspired countless works of art, literature, and film, and has become a symbol of humanity's enduring quest to understand the universe. It also serves as a cautionary tale, reminding us of the importance of preserving and studying the artifacts of the past. As we continue to unravel the mysteries of the Antikythera Mechanism, we are reminded of the boundless potential of human creativity and the timeless nature of scientific inquiry. The device stands as a bridge between the ancient and modern worlds, a testament to the fact that the pursuit of knowledge is a journey that transcends time and culture. In the ancient world, few institutions were as revered or as mysterious as the Great Library of Alexandria. Founded in the 3rd century BCE in the bustling port city of Alexandria, Egypt, the library was a beacon of learning, housing an unparalleled collection of scrolls and texts from across the known world. It was a place where scholars, philosophers, and scientists gathered to study, debate, and push the boundaries of human knowledge. Yet, despite its legendary status, the Great Library's fate remains one of history's greatest mysteries. and its loss is often lamented as one of the most tragic blows to the intellectual heritage of humanity. The story of the Great Library begins with the rise of Alexandria itself, a city founded by Alexander the Great in 331 BCE. After Alexander's death, his empire was divided among his generals, and Egypt fell under the rule of Ptolemy Warren Soter, who established the Ptolemaic dynasty. Ptolemy and his successors envisioned Alexandria as not just a political and economic hub, but also a cultural and intellectual center. The Great Library was central to this vision. The library was part of a larger institution known as the Mouseion, Temple of the Muses, which functioned as a research center and a gathering place for scholars. The exact date of the library's founding is unclear, but it is often attributed to Ptolemy I or his son Ptolemy II Philadelphus. Under their patronage, the library grew into the largest and most comprehensive collection of knowledge in the ancient world. At its height, the Great Library is said to have housed between 400,000 and 700,000 scrolls, though some ancient sources claim the number was even higher. These scrolls included works on philosophy, science, mathematics, literature, medicine, and history, written in Greek, Egyptian, Hebrew, Persian, and other languages. The library's collection was so vast that it required a dedicated staff of scholars, librarians, and scribes to organize, catalog, and copy the texts. The library's mission was not just to collect knowledge, but to expand it. Scholars at the library were encouraged to conduct original research, and the institution became a hub of intellectual activity. Some of the greatest minds of the ancient world were associated with the library, including the mathematician Euclid, the astronomer Eratosthenes, and the physician Herophilus. Eratosthenes, for example, used the library's resources to calculate the circumference of the Earth with remarkable accuracy, while Herophilus made groundbreaking discoveries in human anatomy. The library also played a key role in the development of the scientific method, as scholars sought to systematically observe, record, and analyze the natural world. The library's collection was built through an aggressive acquisition policy. Ships arriving in Alexandria's harbor were searched for scrolls, which were then confiscated and copied, with the originals kept in the library and the copies returned to their owners. The library also sent agents to other cities to purchase or borrow texts, and it is said that Ptolemy III once borrowed the original manuscripts of the great Greek tragedians from Athens, only to keep them and send back copies instead. The Great Library was more than just a repository of knowledge. It was a symbol of the universality of learning. It reflected the belief that knowledge was not the property of any one culture or people, but a shared human heritage. This idea was embodied in the library's efforts to translate works from other languages into Greek, the lingua franca of the ancient world. The most famous example of this is the Septuagint, the Greek translation of the Hebrew Bible, which was produced at the library by a team of Jewish scholars. Despite its importance, the Great Library's fate is shrouded in mystery. The library's destruction is often attributed to a series of catastrophic events, though the exact details remain unclear. One of the most famous accounts comes from the Roman historian Plutarch, who claimed that the library was accidentally burned during Julius Caesar's siege of Alexandria in 48 BCE. According to Plutarch, Caesar set fire to his own ships to prevent them from falling into enemy hands, and the flames spread to the city, consuming the library. However, other sources suggest that the library's decline was more gradual. Some scholars believe that the library suffered damage during the Roman conquest of Egypt in 30 BCE, while others point to the Christian riots of the 4th century CE, when the Serapeum, a temple and possible annex of the library, was destroyed. Still others blame the Muslim conquest of Alexandria in the 7th century CE, though this theory is widely disputed. The truth is that the Great Library likely fell victim to a combination of factors, including war, neglect, and changing political and religious priorities. By the time of the Arab conquest, the library had already been in decline for centuries, and its vast collection of scrolls had been dispersed, lost, or destroyed. The loss of the Great Library is often described as one of the greatest tragedies in the history of human knowledge. It is estimated that up to 90% of the works housed in the library were lost forever, including many texts that were unique and irreplaceable. The loss of these works has left significant gaps in our understanding of the ancient world, particularly in areas such as science, philosophy, and literature. Yet, despite its destruction, the legacy of the Great Library endures. It remains a symbol of the power of knowledge and the importance of preserving our intellectual heritage. The library's mission to collect, study, and share knowledge has inspired countless institutions throughout history, from the House of Wisdom in Baghdad to modern universities and libraries. In recent years, there have been efforts to revive the spirit of the Great Library. In 2002, the Bibliotheca Alexandrina was inaugurated in Alexandria, a modern library and cultural center designed to honor the legacy of its ancient predecessor. The Bibliotheca Alexandrina houses millions of books, as well as museums, research centers, and exhibition spaces, and it serves as a reminder of the enduring importance of knowledge and learning. The story of the Great Library of Alexandria is a reminder of the fragility of human achievement and the importance of safeguarding our cultural heritage. It is a call to cherish and protect the institutions that preserve and promote knowledge, and to recognize the value of intellectual curiosity and exploration. As we reflect on the Great Library, we are reminded of the power of ideas to transcend time and space. The library's scholars may be long gone, but their work continues to inspire and inform us, reminding us of the boundless potential of the human mind. The Great Library of Alexandria is more than just a historical curiosity. It is a testament to the enduring power of knowledge and the importance of preserving our shared intellectual heritage. It is a reminder that the pursuit of knowledge is not just a personal endeavor, but a collective one, and that the fruits of that pursuit belong to all of humanity. Among the many relics of medieval Europe, few are as imposing or as mysterious as the Codex Gigas, also known as the Devil's Bible. This massive manuscript, created in the early 13th century, is renowned not only for its enormous size and extraordinary content, but also for the dark legend that surrounds its creation. The Codex Gigas is an extraordinary manuscript by any measure. Measuring 36 inches tall, 20 inches wide, and nearly 9 inches thick, it is the largest surviving medieval manuscript in the world. To put its size into perspective, it weighs over 165 pounds, making it a truly monumental work. The book contains 310 pages made of vellum, a material derived from the skins of approximately 160 donkeys or calves. This alone speaks to the immense effort and resources required to produce such a manuscript. The text of the Codex Gigas is written in Latin and includes a wide variety of content. It features the complete Latin Vulgate Bible, which was the standard version of the Bible in medieval Europe. But the manuscript doesn't stop there. It also contains medical treatises, historical chronicles, magical formulas, and even a calendar in necrology, a list of deaths. This diverse collection of texts makes the Codex Gigas a veritable library in a single volume. However, what truly sets the Codex Gigas apart, and what has earned it the nickname the Devil's Bible, is its infamous full-page illustration of the devil. Located on page 290, this vivid depiction shows the devil with sharp claws, a greenish face, and a menacing expression. The image is both striking and unsettling, and it has contributed significantly to the manuscript's dark reputation. Opposite the image of the devil is a full-page illustration of the heavenly city, providing a stark contrast between good and evil. This duality reinforces the manuscript's association with the eternal struggle between light and darkness, a theme that resonates deeply in medieval Christian thought. The text of the Codex Gigas is meticulously written in a uniform script, leading scholars to believe that it was the work of a single scribe. This consistency in handwriting, along with the sheer size and scope of the manuscript, suggests that its creation would have taken many years of continuous labor, perhaps as long as 2 to 3 decades. Yet despite the logical explanation for its creation, the Codex Gigas is steeped in legend. According to a centuries-old tale, the manuscript was written by a monk who had committed a grave sin. As punishment, he was sentenced to be walled up alive, a fate that would lead to a slow and agonizing death. In a desperate attempt to avoid this horrific punishment, the monk made a bold promise. He vowed to create a book that would glorify his monastery and contain all human knowledge. Not only that, but he pledged to complete this monumental task in a single night. As the hours passed and midnight approached, the monk realized that he would not be able to fulfill his promise. Overwhelmed by the enormity of the task, he turned to the devil for help. In exchange for his soul, the devil agreed to assist the monk in completing the manuscript by morning. With the devil's aid, the book was finished by dawn. It contained everything the monk had promised: the complete Latin Vulgate Bible, historical chronicles, medical texts, and even magical formulas. But there was one addition that the monk had not anticipated: a full-page illustration of the devil himself, which the monk is said to have included as a tribute to his infernal helper. The monk was spared his punishment, but his soul was forever damned. This legend, while colorful and compelling, is widely regarded as a medieval fantasy rather than a historical account. However, it has played a significant role in shaping the mythology of the Codex Gigas and has contributed to its reputation as a cursed or haunted object. The idea of a monk making a pact with the devil to create such a monumental work in a single night taps into deep-seated fears and fascinations with the supernatural. It reflects the medieval worldview, where the boundaries between the sacred and the profane were often blurred, and where the devil was seen as a very real and ever-present threat. The legend also raises intriguing questions about the true origins of the Codex Gigas. If the manuscript was not created in a single night with the devil's help, then how was it made? Who was the scribe responsible for its creation? And what motivated them to undertake such a monumental task? Scholars believe that the Codex Gigas was likely created in the Benedictine monastery of Podlages, located in what is now the Czech Republic. This monastery was small and relatively obscure, making the production of such a grand manuscript all the more surprising. Some theories suggest that the Codex Gigas may have been commissioned by a wealthy patron or created as a work of devotion by a monk seeking to atone for his sins. The presence of the devil's image, while unsettling, may have been intended as a warning against the dangers of sin and temptation, rather than evidence of a literal pact with the devil. The sheer scale of the Codex Gigas and the uniformity of its script have led some researchers to question whether a single scribe could have completed the entire manuscript alone. If the Codex Gigas was indeed the work of one person, it would have required an extraordinary level of dedication, perseverance, and skill. The history of the Codex Gigas after its creation is also filled with intrigue. The manuscript remained at the monastery of Podlages until the 15th century, when the monastery was dissolved and the Codex Gigas was transferred to the Benedictine monastery at Brumov in Prague. In the early 17th century, during the 30 Years' War, the manuscript was taken as war booty by the Swedish army and eventually ended up in the Royal Library in Stockholm, where it remains to this day. Throughout its history, the Codex Gigas has been associated with various superstitions and legends. Some believe that the manuscript is cursed and that misfortune will befall anyone who possesses it. This belief was reinforced when, during a fire at the Royal Library in 1697, the Codex Gigas was one of the few items that survived, allegedly because it was thrown out of a window to save it from the flames. The Codex Gigas has been the subject of numerous studies and investigations, but many questions about its origins and purpose remain unanswered. Its combination of religious and occult content, its mysterious creation, and its journey through history have all contributed to its enduring mystique. In the world of ancient manuscripts, few are as enigmatic or as perplexing as the Voynich Manuscript. This mysterious book, filled with strange illustrations and written in an unknown script, has baffled scholars, cryptographers, and linguists for over a century. Named after Wilfrid Voynich, the Polish book dealer who acquired it in 1912, the manuscript is a puzzle that has defied all attempts at decipherment, earning it the title of the world's most mysterious book. The Voynich Manuscript is a small, unassuming volume, measuring about 9 inches by 6 inches and containing 240 pages of vellum, animal skin. The text is written in an unknown script, accompanied by bizarre illustrations of plants, astronomical diagrams, and human figures. The manuscript is divided into several sections, each with its own distinct theme. Botanical section, the largest section of the manuscript, filled with drawings of plants that do not correspond to any known species. Astronomical section features circular diagrams of celestial bodies, including the sun, moon, and stars, as well as zodiac symbols. Biological section depicts small, nude female figures bathing in pools of green liquid, connected by intricate networks of tubes. Pharmaceutical section contains drawings of medicinal plants in jars, suggesting a focus on herbal remedies. Cosmological section includes fold-out pages with intricate circular diagrams that defy interpretation. The manuscript's text is written in a flowing, cursive script, with characters that resemble a mix of Latin, Arabic, and invented symbols. Despite over a century of study, no one has been able to decipher the text or determine its language or meaning. The manuscript's illustrations are equally perplexing, with plants that seem to defy botanical classification and diagrams that suggest a blend of science, mythology, and fantasy. The origins of the Voynich manuscript are as mysterious as its contents. Carbon dating has placed the vellum in the early 15th century, 1404 to 1438 CE, but the text and illustrations could have been added later. The manuscript first appears in the historical record in the early 17th century, when it was owned by Emperor Rudolf II of Bohemia, who was known for his interest in alchemy and the occult. The manuscript was later acquired by Georg Barisch, a 17th century alchemist, who was equally baffled by its contents. Barisch sent a sample of the manuscript's text to Athanasius Kircher, a Jesuit scholar and polymath, in the hope that he could decipher it. Kircher, however, was unable to make sense of the text, and the manuscript eventually passed into obscurity. The manuscript resurfaced in 1912, when it was purchased by Wilfrid Voynich, a Polish book dealer and antiquarian. Voynich was fascinated by the manuscript and spent the rest of his life trying to decipher it. He believed that the manuscript was the work of Roger Bacon, a 13th century English philosopher and scientist, and that it contained groundbreaking scientific knowledge. Since its rediscovery, the Voynich manuscript has been the subject of intense study and speculation. Scholars, cryptographers, and amateur sleuths have attempted to decipher the text using every conceivable method, from frequency analysis to artificial intelligence, but all have failed. The manuscript's script does not match any known language or cipher, and its illustrations provide few clues to its meaning. Theories about the manuscript's origins and purpose abound. Some believe it is a hoax created to deceive wealthy collectors. Others suggest it is a ciphertext written in a code that has yet to be cracked. Still others propose that it is a pharmaceutical or alchemical text filled with secret knowledge about medicinal plants and elixirs. One of the most intriguing theories is that the manuscript is written in a constructed language, a form of artificial writing created by the author for personal or esoteric purposes. This theory is supported by the manuscript's unique script and the lack of any identifiable linguistic patterns. Despite the lack of progress in deciphering the manuscript, it continues to captivate the imagination of scholars and the public alike. The manuscript has been the subject of countless books, articles, and documentaries, and it has inspired works of fiction, including novels, films, and video games. The Voynich manuscript is more than just a historical curiosity. It is a symbol of the enduring power of mystery and the limits of human knowledge. The manuscript reminds us that there are still secrets in the world that defy explanation, and that the pursuit of knowledge is a journey filled with uncertainty and wonder. As we reflect on the Voynich manuscript, we are reminded of the importance of curiosity and perseverance in the face of the unknown. The manuscript is a testament to the human desire to explore, to understand, and to unlock the secrets of the past. The Voynich manuscript is a mystery that may never be fully unraveled. Who wrote it and why? What secrets does it contain? And what can it teach us about the nature of language, knowledge, and the human mind? Perhaps the answers to these questions are less important than the questions themselves. The Voynich manuscript is a reminder that the past is not just a collection of facts and figures, but a living, breathing entity filled with stories and secrets waiting to be discovered. It is a call to wonder, to explore, and to imagine, and a testament to the enduring power of human creativity and curiosity. In the annals of archaeology, few discoveries have had as profound an impact as the Rosetta Stone. This unassuming slab of black basalt, inscribed with a decree in 3 scripts, ancient Greek, demotic, and hieroglyphs, became the key to unlocking the mysteries of ancient Egyptian civilization. Discovered in 1799 during Napoleon Bonaparte's campaign in Egypt, the Rosetta Stone provided the crucial link that allowed scholars to decipher hieroglyphs, a writing system that had been lost to the world for over 1,400 years. The story of the Rosetta Stone begins in 332 BCE, when Alexander the Great conquered Egypt and established the city of Alexandria. After Alexander's death, Egypt came under the rule of the Ptolemaic dynasty, a line of Greek-speaking pharaohs who sought to blend Egyptian and Hellenistic culture. It was during this period that the Rosetta Stone was created in 196 BCE as a decree issued by Ptolemy V Epiphanes to affirm his divine right to rule and to honor his achievements. The decree was inscribed in 3 scripts to ensure that it could be read by all the people of Egypt: Ancient Greek, the language of the ruling elite; Demotic, the everyday script used by the common people; and hieroglyphs, the sacred script of the priests and temples. This trilingual inscription would later prove to be the key to deciphering hieroglyphs, but for centuries the stone lay buried and forgotten, its significance unrecognized. The Rosetta Stone was rediscovered in 1799 by French soldiers during Napoleon's campaign in Egypt. The stone was found near the town of Rashid, Rosetta, in the Nile Delta, and was quickly recognized as a potentially important artifact. The French scholars accompanying Napoleon's army were particularly excited by the stone's trilingual inscription, which they believed could hold the key to understanding hieroglyphs. However, the stone's journey was far from over. In 1701, after the French were defeated by the British, the Rosetta Stone was seized as a spoil of war and transported to London, where it was placed in the British Museum. There it became the focus of intense scholarly interest as linguists and historians from across Europe sought to decipher its mysterious inscriptions. The task of deciphering hieroglyphs was a daunting one. For centuries, hieroglyphs had been seen as a form of sacred symbolism rather than a true writing system. Many scholars believed that the symbols represented ideas or concepts rather than sounds or letters. This view was reinforced by the fact that hieroglyphs had fallen out of use by the 4th century CE, and the knowledge of how to read them had been lost. The breakthrough came in the early 19th century thanks to the work of Jean-François Champollion, a French linguist and scholar. Champollion was fascinated by ancient languages and had been studying the Rosetta Stone for years. He realized that the key to deciphering hieroglyphs lay in the cartouches, oval frames that enclose the names of royalty. By comparing the Greek and Demotic texts with the hieroglyphs, Champollion was able to identify the phonetic values of several hieroglyphic symbols. In 1822, Champollion announced his discovery, demonstrating that hieroglyphs were not just symbolic, but also phonetic, representing both sounds and ideas. This revelation revolutionized the study of ancient Egypt, allowing scholars to read and understand hieroglyphic texts for the first time in over a millennium. The decipherment of hieroglyphs opened up a new world of knowledge about ancient Egyptian civilization. Scholars were able to read inscriptions on temples, tombs, and monuments, gaining insights into the religion, politics, and daily life of the ancient Egyptians. The Rosetta Stone had unlocked the door to a lost world, and its impact on the field of Egyptology cannot be overstated. The Rosetta Stone itself is a relatively modest artifact, measuring about 45 inches tall, 28.5 inches wide, and 11 inches thick. The stone is inscribed with a decree issued by Ptolemy V, which affirms his divine right to rule and lists the benefits he has bestowed upon Egypt, such as tax relief and the restoration of temples. The decree is written in 3 scripts, with the Greek text at the bottom, the Demotic text in the middle, and the hieroglyphic text at the top. The stone's trilingual inscription was not unique in ancient Egypt. Similar decrees were issued by other Ptolemaic rulers, but the Rosetta Stone is the most complete and well-preserved example. Its discovery and decipherment marked a turning point in the study of ancient Egypt, transforming it from a field of speculation and myth into a rigorous academic discipline. The Rosetta Stone's journey from a forgotten artifact to a global icon is a testament to the power of human curiosity and ingenuity. It is a reminder that even the most obscure and enigmatic objects can hold the key to unlocking the secrets of the past. Today, the Rosetta Stone is one of the most famous artifacts in the world, attracting millions of visitors to the British Museum each year. It is a symbol of the enduring quest for knowledge and the importance of preserving our cultural heritage. The story of the Rosetta Stone is also a reminder of the complex and often contentious history of archaeology. The stone's discovery and acquisition by the British during the Napoleonic Wars reflect the colonial dynamics of the time, and its presence in the British Museum has sparked debates about the ownership and repatriation of cultural artifacts. Despite these controversies, the Rosetta Stone remains a powerful symbol of the interconnectedness of human history. It is a reminder that the past is not just a collection of isolated events, but a tapestry of cultures, languages, and ideas that continue to shape our world today. As we gaze upon the Rosetta Stone, we are reminded of the power of language to bridge the gap between cultures and generations. The stone's inscriptions, once a mystery, now speak to us across the centuries, telling the story of a young pharaoh and the scholars who unlocked the secrets of his world. The Rosetta Stone is more than just an artifact. It is a testament to the enduring power of human curiosity and the importance of preserving our shared heritage. It is a reminder that the pursuit of knowledge is not just a personal endeavor, but a collective one, and that the fruits of that pursuit belong to all of humanity. In the heart of China's Shanxi province, buried beneath the earth for over 2 millennia, lies one of the most astonishing archaeological discoveries of all time, the Terracotta Army. This vast collection of life-size clay soldiers, horses, and chariots was created to accompany Qin Shi Huang, the first emperor of China, into the afterlife. Discovered in 1974 by a group of farmers digging a well, the Terracotta Army has since become a symbol of ancient China's power, artistry, and ambition. The Terracotta Army is part of a massive burial complex that spans over 56 square kilometers and includes not only the army, but also the tomb of Qin Shi Huang himself, which remains unexcavated to this day. The army is estimated to consist of over 8,000 soldiers, 130 chariots, 520 horses, and 150 cavalry horses, each meticulously crafted with unique facial features, hairstyles, and armor. The figures were originally painted in vibrant colors, though much of the paint has faded over time. The discovery of the Terracotta Army has shed light on the life and legacy of Qin Shi Huang, a ruler who unified China for the first time in history and laid the foundation for the Chinese Empire. His reign, which lasted from 221 BCE to 210 BCE, was marked by sweeping reforms, including the standardization of weights, measures, and writing systems, as well as the construction of the Great Wall of China. However, his rule was also characterized by tyranny and paranoia as he sought to consolidate his power and protect his legacy. The creation of the Terracotta Army was a monumental undertaking, requiring the labor of hundreds of thousands of workers over several decades. The figures were made using a combination of molded and hand-sculpted techniques, with each soldier's face being individually crafted to ensure that no two figures were exactly alike. The level of detail is astonishing, from the intricate folds of their clothing to the texture of their armor and the expressions on their faces. The soldiers are arranged in battle formation, with infantry, archers, cavalry, and charioteers positioned to defend the emperor in the afterlife. The army is divided into 3 main pits, with Pit 1 being the largest and most impressive. This pit alone contains over 6,000 soldiers, arranged in rows and ready for battle. Pit 2 contains a mix of cavalry and infantry, while Pit 3 is believed to represent the Army's command center, with high-ranking officers and a war chariot. The Terracotta Army is not just a military force, but a reflection of the society and culture of ancient China. The soldiers' uniforms and weapons provide valuable insights into the military technology and tactics of the time, while their hairstyles and facial features offer clues about the diversity of the Qin dynasty's population. The figures also reflect the hierarchical nature of Qin society, with officers and generals distinguished by their elaborate armor and headgear. The creation of the Terracotta Army was not just a feat of engineering and artistry, but also a deeply spiritual act. In ancient Chinese belief, the afterlife was a continuation of the earthly realm, and it was essential to provide the deceased with everything they would need in the next world. For Qin Shi Huang, this meant not only an army to protect him, but also a vast array of treasures, including jewelry, pottery, and even replicas of his palaces and gardens. The tomb of Qin Shi Huang, which lies at the center of the burial complex, has never been excavated. According to ancient texts, the tomb is a lavish underground palace, filled with treasures and protected by booby traps. The most famous account, written by the historian Sima Xian in the 1st century BCE, describes rivers of mercury flowing through the tomb, symbolizing the rivers of China. Modern scientific studies have detected high levels of mercury in the soil around the tomb, lending credibility to this ancient account. The discovery of the Terracotta Army has had a profound impact on our understanding of ancient China. It has provided archaeologists with a wealth of information about the Qin dynasty's military, technology, and culture, and has inspired countless researchers to explore the mysteries of Qin Shi Huang's reign. The site has also become a major tourist attraction, drawing millions of visitors from around the world each year. However, the Terracotta Army is not without its challenges. The figures are incredibly fragile, and exposure to air and light has caused the paint on many of them to flake off. Efforts to preserve and restore the army are ongoing, with teams of conservators working tirelessly to protect this priceless cultural heritage. In recent years, new technologies, such as 3D scanning and digital modeling, have been used to document and study the figures in greater detail. The Terracotta Army is more than just an archaeological site. It is a testament to the ambition and vision of Qin Shi Huang, a ruler who sought to conquer not only the world of the living, but also the world of the dead. It is a reminder of the power of art and craftsmanship to transcend time and space, and of the enduring human desire to leave a lasting legacy. As we stand before the Terracotta Army, we are struck by the sheer scale and complexity of this ancient wonder. Each soldier, with his unique face and posture, seems to come to life before our eyes, telling a story of courage, loyalty, and sacrifice. The army is not just a collection of clay figures, but a living monument to the spirit of ancient China, a civilization that continues to inspire and amaze us to this day. The Terracotta Army is a mystery that may never be fully unraveled. Who were the artisans who created these figures? What secrets lie hidden in the unexcavated tomb of Qin Shi Huang? And what drove the first emperor of China to build such an elaborate and awe-inspiring monument to his own legacy? Perhaps the answers to these questions are less important than the questions themselves. The Terracotta Army is a reminder that the past is not just a collection of facts and figures, but a living, breathing entity, filled with stories and secrets waiting to be discovered. It is a call to wonder, to explore, and to imagine, and a testament to the enduring power of human creativity and ambition. In the arid plains of southern Peru, etched into the dry, rocky desert floor, lies one of the world's greatest archaeological mysteries, the Nazca Lines. These enormous geoglyphs, some stretching over 1,200 feet in length, depict a variety of shapes, including animals, plants, and geometric patterns. Created by the ancient Nazca culture between 500 BCE and 500 CE, these lines have puzzled researchers, historians, and travelers for centuries. The Nazca Lines are not just a single image or design, but a vast collection of over 800 straight lines, 300 geometric figures, and 70 animal and plant designs. The largest figures include a hummingbird, a spider, a monkey, and a condor, each meticulously crafted with precision and care. The lines themselves are shallow trenches, created by removing the reddish-brown iron oxide-coated pebbles that cover the desert surface, revealing the lighter-colored earth beneath. The sheer scale of the Nazca Lines is breathtaking. Some of the straight lines stretch for miles across the desert, while the animal figures are so large that they can only be fully appreciated from the air. This has led to much speculation about how the Nazca people, who lived over 2,000 years ago, were able to create such precise and massive designs without the ability to fly. The discovery of the Nazca Lines by the modern world is often credited to Peruvian archaeologist Toribio Mejia Zespem in the 1920s. However, it wasn't until the advent of aerial photography in the 1930s that the full extent and complexity of the lines were revealed. Since then, the Nazca Lines have captivated the imagination of people around the world, inspiring countless theories about their purpose and meaning. One of the most enduring mysteries of the Nazca Lines is why they were created. Over the years, numerous theories have been proposed, ranging from the plausible to the fantastical. Some researchers believe that the lines served as astronomical calendars, aligning with the positions of the sun, moon, and stars to mark important dates for agriculture or religious ceremonies. Others suggest that they were ritual pathways used by the Nazca people in ceremonies to honor their gods or communicate with the heavens. One of the most famous theories was proposed by Maria Reiche, a German mathematician and archaeologist who dedicated her life to studying the Nazca Lines. Reiche believed that the lines were a giant astronomical calendar, with each figure representing a constellation or celestial event. Her work brought international attention to the Nazca Lines and helped to preserve them for future generations. However, not all theories about the Nazca Lines are grounded in science. Some have suggested that the lines were created as landing strips for extraterrestrial spacecraft, a theory popularized by Swiss author Erich von Däniken in his book Chariots of the Gods. While this idea has captured the public's imagination, it is widely dismissed by scholars who point to the lack of evidence for extraterrestrial involvement and the clear cultural context of the Nazca people. The Nazca culture, which flourished in the region from around 100 BCE to 800 CE, was known for its advanced pottery, textiles, and irrigation systems. The Nazca people lived in a harsh and arid environment, relying on sophisticated aqueducts, known as puquios, to bring water from underground sources to their fields. This ingenuity and resourcefulness are reflected in the creation of the Nazca Lines, which required careful planning, coordination, and knowledge of the landscape. Creating the Nazca Lines would have been a monumental task, requiring the efforts of many people over generations. The designs were likely laid out using simple tools, such as ropes and stakes, to create straight lines and precise curves. The removal of the dark surface stones to reveal the lighter soil beneath would have been done by hand, a labor-intensive process that demonstrates the dedication and skill of the Nazca people. The purpose of the Nazca Lines may never be fully understood, but their cultural and spiritual significance to the Nazca people is undeniable. The lines are located in a region that was considered sacred, and many of the figures depict animals and plants that held symbolic meaning in Nazca mythology. For example, the hummingbird was associated with fertility and rebirth, while the spider was seen as a symbol of rain and water, a precious resource in the desert. The Nazca Lines also reflect the Nazca people's deep connection to the natural world and their understanding of the environment. The lines are aligned with the flow of water through the desert, and some researchers believe that they may have been part of a larger system of water worship, designed to ensure the fertility of the land and the prosperity of the people. Despite their ancient origins, the Nazca Lines have survived for over 2 millennia, thanks to the dry and stable climate of the Nazca Desert. However, they are not immune to threats. In recent years, the lines have faced damage from human activity, including illegal mining, tourism, and climate change. Efforts to preserve and protect the Nazca Lines are ongoing, with organizations such as UNESCO working to ensure that this incredible cultural heritage is safeguarded for future generations. The Nazca Lines continue to inspire awe and wonder in all who see them. Their sheer size and complexity are a testament to the creativity and ingenuity of the Nazca people, while their mysterious purpose invites us to ponder the mysteries of the past. The lines are a reminder of the enduring power of human imagination and the timeless desire to leave a mark on the world. As we gaze upon the Nazca Lines, whether from the ground or the air, we are reminded of the profound connection between humanity and the cosmos. The lines are not just a work of art or a scientific achievement. They are a window into the soul of an ancient culture, a testament to their beliefs, their struggles, and their dreams. The Nazca Lines are a mystery that may never be fully solved, but perhaps that is part of their enduring appeal. They remind us that the past is not always meant to be understood, but to be experienced, to be felt in the heart and the imagination. They are a call to wonder, a challenge to explore, and a testament to the boundless creativity of the human spirit. In the heart of ancient Mesopotamia, amidst the bustling city of Babylon, stood one of the most legendary and enigmatic structures of the ancient world, the Hanging Gardens of Babylon. Described by ancient writers as a marvel of engineering and beauty, the gardens were said to have been built by King Nebuchadnezzar II in the 6th century BCE as a gift to his wife, Queen Amytis, who longed for the lush greenery of her homeland. The gardens were celebrated as one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world, a testament to human ingenuity and the power of love. Yet despite their fame, the Hanging Gardens remain shrouded in mystery. Unlike the other wonders of the ancient world, there is no definitive archaeological evidence of their existence, and their location, design, and even their very reality have been the subject of debate for centuries. The gardens are a tantalizing enigma, a blend of myth and history that continues to captivate the imagination of scholars and dreamers alike. The story of the Hanging Gardens begins with the rise of Babylon, one of the most powerful and prosperous cities of the ancient world. Located in what is now modern-day Iraq, Babylon was the capital of the Neo-Babylonian Empire, a kingdom that flourished under the rule of Nebuchadnezzar II, 605 to 562 BCE. Nebuchadnezzar was a visionary leader who transformed Babylon into a city of unparalleled grandeur, with towering walls, magnificent temples, and the iconic Ishtar Gate, adorned with glazed blue bricks and reliefs of lions and dragons. According to ancient accounts, the Hanging Gardens were built to please Nebuchadnezzar's wife, Amytis, who hailed from the mountainous region of Media in modern-day Iran. Amytis missed the green hills and forests of her homeland, and the king, determined to ease her homesickness, commissioned the construction of a lush, terraced garden that would resemble the landscape of Media. The gardens were described as a series of ascending terraces, supported by massive stone columns and arches, and filled with a variety of trees, shrubs, and flowers. Water was brought to the gardens through an ingenious system of pumps and aqueducts, allowing the plants to thrive in the arid climate of Mesopotamia. The site of the gardens, with their vibrant greenery and cascading waterfalls, must have been a breathtaking contrast to the surrounding desert. The most detailed descriptions of the Hanging Gardens come from ancient Greek and Roman writers, such as Strabo, Diodorus Siculus, and Philo of Byzantium. According to these accounts, the gardens were an architectural marvel, with terraces rising to a height of 75 feet or more, and supported by a complex system of vaults and columns. The gardens were said to have been built on top of a palace or a series of royal buildings, giving the impression that they were hanging in midair, a feature that likely inspired their name. However, despite these vivid descriptions, there is no mention of the Hanging Gardens in contemporary Babylonian records. This absence has led some scholars to question whether the gardens ever existed or whether they were a later invention, embellished by Greek and Roman writers to glorify the wonders of the ancient world. The mystery of the Hanging Gardens has inspired countless theories and speculations. Some scholars believe that the gardens may have been located not in Babylon, but in Nineveh, the capital of the Assyrian Empire, where King Sennacherib is known to have built a sophisticated system of aqueducts and gardens. Others suggest that the gardens may have been a symbolic or mythical creation, representing the ideal of a paradise on earth. In recent years, archaeologists have attempted to uncover evidence of the Hanging Gardens in Babylon. Excavations have revealed the remains of massive stone structures and water systems that could have supported such a garden, but no definitive proof has been found. The lack of physical evidence has only deepened the mystery, leaving the gardens as one of the most elusive and debated wonders of the ancient world. The Hanging Gardens of Babylon are more than just a historical curiosity. They are a symbol of the human desire to create beauty and harmony in the world. The gardens represent the intersection of nature and architecture, a testament to the ingenuity and creativity of ancient engineers and gardeners. They also reflect the power of love and the lengths to which one man was willing to go to bring joy to his beloved. The story of the Hanging Gardens has inspired countless works of art, literature, and film. From ancient poetry to modern novels and movies, the gardens have become a symbol of the ideal of paradise, a place of beauty and tranquility that transcends time and culture. As we reflect on the Hanging Gardens of Babylon, we are reminded of the fragility of human achievement and the importance of preserving our cultural heritage. The gardens, whether real or mythical, are a reminder of the power of imagination and the enduring quest for beauty and wonder. The Hanging Gardens of Babylon are a mystery that may never be fully unraveled. Were they a real structure built by Nebuchadnezzar to please his queen? Or were they a later invention, a product of the imagination of ancient writers? Perhaps the truth lies somewhere in between, a blend of fact and fiction that continues to inspire and captivate us. What is certain is that the Hanging Gardens have left an indelible mark on human history and culture. They are a testament to the power of human creativity and the enduring allure of the unknown. The gardens remind us that the pursuit of beauty and wonder is a timeless endeavor, one that transcends the boundaries of time and space. As we gaze upon the ruins of Babylon, we are reminded of the grandeur and ambition of the ancient world. The Hanging Gardens, whether real or imagined, stand as a symbol of the human spirit, a reminder that even in the face of adversity and uncertainty, we have the power to create beauty and inspire wonder. The Hanging Gardens of Babylon are more than just a wonder of the ancient world. They are a testament to the enduring power of human imagination and the timeless quest for beauty and harmony. They are a reminder that the past is not just a collection of facts and figures, but a living, breathing entity filled with stories and secrets waiting to be discovered. On a remote island in the southeastern Pacific Ocean, shrouded in mist and mystery, stand the Moai, massive stone statues that have captivated the imagination of the world for centuries. Easter Island, or Rapa Nui, as it is known to its indigenous people, is home to nearly 900 of these enigmatic figures, carved from volcanic rock and scattered across the island's rugged landscape. The Moai are more than just statues. They are a testament to the ingenuity, spirituality, and resilience of the Rapa Nui people, who created one of the most remarkable cultural achievements in human history. The story of the Moai begins over 1,000 years ago, when Polynesian settlers first arrived on Easter Island. These intrepid voyagers, navigating the vast Pacific Ocean in double-hulled canoes, brought with them their traditions, beliefs, and skills. Over time, they developed a unique culture centered around the worship of ancestors and the creation of the Moai as representations of their deified forebears. The Moai were carved from volcanic tuff, a type of compressed ash found in the island's Rano Raraku quarry. The process of creating a Moai was a monumental task, requiring the labor of dozens of skilled craftsmen over many months. Using stone tools called toki, the carvers would first outline the statue in the rock, then gradually chip away at the stone to reveal the figure within. The finished Moai would be up to 33 feet tall and weigh as much as 82 tons, a testament to the skill and determination of the Rapa Nui people. Once carved, the Moai were transported across the island to their final resting places, known as ahu, stone platforms that served as ceremonial centers. The process of moving the Moai is one of the greatest mysteries of Easter Island. Some theories suggest that the statues were walked to their destinations using a system of ropes and levers, while others propose that they were transported on wooden sledges or rollers. Regardless of the method, the transportation of the Moai was a feat of engineering and coordination that required the efforts of the entire community. The Moai were more than just statues. They were a link between the living and the dead. Each Moai represented a specific ancestor, and it was believed that the spirit of the ancestor resided within the statue, watching over and protecting the community. The Moai were placed on the ahu with their backs to the sea, facing inland to watch over the villages and fields. Some Moai were adorned with pukau, cylindrical hats made of red scoria, which may have represented hair or headdresses. The creation of the Moai reached its peak between the 13th and 16th centuries, a period known as the classic phase of Rapa Nui culture. During this time, the island's population grew, and the construction of Moai and ahu became a central focus of society. However, this period of prosperity was not to last. By the 17th century, Easter Island was facing a crisis. The island's resources, particularly its forests, had been depleted by the demands of Moai construction and the growing population. Without trees, the islanders could no longer build canoes for fishing or transport Moai, and the soil eroded, leading to crop failures. The once thriving society began to collapse, and the construction of Moai came to an abrupt halt. The decline of Rapa Nui culture was further exacerbated by internal conflict and the arrival of European explorers in the 18th century. The first European to visit Easter Island was Dutch explorer Jacob Roggeveen, who arrived on Easter Sunday, 1722, giving the island its name. Subsequent visits by European ships brought disease, violence, and exploitation, further decimating the Rapa Nui population. By the 19th century, the Rapa Nui people had been reduced to a fraction of their former numbers, and their culture was on the brink of extinction. The Moai, once revered as sacred guardians, were toppled from their ahu, either by the islanders themselves during periods of conflict or by European visitors seeking souvenirs. The story of the Moai is not just one of decline and loss. It is also a story of resilience and revival. In the 20th century, efforts began to restore and preserve the Moai and the cultural heritage of the Rapa Nui people. Archaeologists, anthropologists, and the Rapa Nui themselves worked together to re-erect the toppled statues and protect the island's fragile ecosystem. Today, the Moai stand as a powerful symbol of the Rapa Nui people's enduring spirit and cultural identity. The island's most famous site, Ahu Tongariki, features 15 restored Moai, their imposing figures silhouetted against the sky. Other notable sites include Rano Raraku, the quarry where the Moai were carved, and Ahu Akivi, a unique ahu where the Moai face the sea, possibly to guide voyagers or mark the equinox. The Moai are also a source of inspiration and wonder for visitors from around the world. The island's dramatic landscapes, with its volcanic craters, rugged coastlines, and rolling grasslands, provide a stunning backdrop for the statues. The sense of mystery and awe that surrounds the Moai is palpable, as visitors stand before these ancient giants and ponder the stories they have to tell. The story of the Moai is a reminder of the importance of preserving our cultural heritage and the environment. The lessons of Easter Island, of resource management, sustainability, and the consequences of environmental degradation are more relevant than ever in today's world. The Moai stand as a testament to the ingenuity and creativity of the Rapa Nui people, but also as a cautionary tale about the fragility of human achievement. As we reflect on the Moai, we are reminded of the enduring power of human creativity and the timeless allure of the past. The Moai are more than just statues. They are a link between the past and the present, a reminder of the stories and traditions that shape our world. The story of the Moai is also a call to wonder and exploration. The mysteries of Easter Island, how the Moai were carved, transported, and erected, what led to the decline of Rapa Nui culture, and what lessons we can learn from their story, continue to captivate the imagination of scholars and dreamers alike. As we stand before the Moai, bathed in the golden light of the setting sun, we are reminded of the timeless beauty and mystery of Easter Island. The Moai, with their solemn faces and imposing presence, speak to us across the centuries, telling the story of a people who carved their legacy into the very rock of their island. The Moai are more than just ancient statues. They are a symbol of the enduring power of human ingenuity and the timeless allure of the past. They are a reminder that the pursuit of beauty, knowledge, and wonder is a journey that transcends time and culture, and that the stories of the past continue to shape our present and future.